Hi everyone, it's Anita and Ron from Altro, and we're bringing you a series of short videos detailing the best practice guide for floors and walls. So in other words, what to look for when signing off a job.
Hi everybody, well today we're going to be looking at cove formers. We're going to be looking at the internal and external corners, but also the use of a reduced cove former. So obviously if going post visit you may not have seen what's gone underneath, but understanding what's gone underneath the floor will help you with a knowledge of what best practice has been carried out. One little tip is to look for surface irregularities, which could indicate the cove former has not been joined properly.
That's a great tip, Ron, thanks. So what are we looking at here? I can see there is a red cross, so presumably this shows bad cove former installation.
Yeah, what you're looking at here is a badly cut and poorly fitted internal corner.
Yeah, and why is this bad?
Well, there's a gap, and the cove former offers no support for the flooring that's being put into it, making the floor susceptible to damage.
Yeah, that's a great explanation. So can you explain why this image here shows best practice?
Sure, I mean, it's correctly fitted cove former. It gives the flooring greater support to the corners. The back section on the right hand side has actually been trimmed off so it will fit firmly and overlap the left hand piece, leaving no void behind it.
Yeah, that's definitely a great example of best practice. So let's do a quick comparison of the two side by side.
So you can clearly see the image on the right shows the best practice cove former on the internal corner. It's correctly fitted with no voids and giving the flooring underneath greater support into these corners. It also makes the weld much stronger.
Yeah, presumably that's because when the flooring's on it, there's no gap underneath for the flooring and the weld to fall through.
That's correct.
Yeah. So let's now take a look at the cove former on an external corner. What are we looking at here, Ron? Why is this a bad example?
Well, like the internal corner we looked at a moment ago, there's gaps, and that results from a poor fit, and it will not support the flooring that will sit on it or support the joint. The floor will be susceptible to the welded joint failing, and the corner damage can happen from wheel traffic and foot traffic too.
Yeah, okay, great. So let's have a look at what a good job should look like. Can you explain why this one particularly shows best practice?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can clearly see it's neatly cut in and there's no gaps, so therefore the flooring is, well supported.
Yeah, brilliant. So let's just do a quick comparison of the two external corners side by side.
Yeah, clearly you can see the difference in appearance from a functional point of view. The best practice example means there's no gaps and the flooring is well supported and will be strong on the joint.
Okay, brilliant. So what are we looking at here, Ron?
Well, this is a reduced cove former. The cove former will sit under the floor next to a door frame or an architrave.
Okay, brilliant. So why is this a bad example of bad practice cove former against the door frame?
Well, what you're looking at here is the cove former leading up to the door frame or architrave. There's no reduction being put in it, so it sits proud of the frame.
And why is that a bad thing?
Well, it's sitting proud of the frame. It's prone to damage. The gap will allow for moisture and dirt. Make it difficult to clean, and it also looks pretty hideous.
Yeah, I can really see that. So let's have a look at what a good job should look like. Can you explain why this shows best practice?
Well, you can see that the flooring's been installed over a reduced cove former right up next to the door frame, so it ensures there's no gaps between the floor and the door frame, and it looks good. The no gaps means there's no dirt can get in it, and no water, and no bacteria. It makes it really tidy.
Yeah, a great example of best practice. So let's just do a quick comparison of the two side by side.
So you can clearly see the image on the right shows the best practice of a cove former leading up to such a door frame architrave. There's no gaps between the floor and the door frame, meaning it's not prone to water or dirt getting in it, and it looks really neat and tidy.
Thanks, Ron. So we hope you found this best practice guide to cove former useful. To keep up to date with the rest of our best practice guide videos, follow us on our YouTube channel, where you can also view many of our other useful hints and tips. Thanks for watching.
Thanks everybody. We look forward to seeing you again soon.